Hey guys, Core Ross and welcome to 6 News. So we had the Attacker trailer yesterday. It was awesome. I'm actually amazed at how good it kind of came over to me. I was very impressed. We of course found out the new season is called Phantom Sight. Pretty cool name, quite interesting. We also got a look at the Defender as well, thanks to the Uplay client having this at the very top of the kind of article on the new Attacker. So it gives us a real good look at this guy, and he looks pretty damn cool. The Uplay client also gave us a look at the brand new Attacker icon as well, which looks really sweet. Grief Drums is actually really excited because he thinks the guy has a mustache. Now I'm not quite seeing it. Like definitely the upper lip is darker, but I can't tell if it's just the lighting, the way the angle of that light is coming in. But he might have a mustache, it's possible. If we actually compare it to the previous teaser image, well, that one just looks horrible in comparison when we look at it now. Like there's no details whatsoever, and his face has got a really weird shape in the other teaser, so really can't tell. But he does look good in the new picture, and I would say he looks like an older gentleman, but it could just be, again, the way this has been done, the lighting, and the way they've kind of created this image. It may be making him look older, but I do love how he looks. I love the glasses. The glasses look absolutely awesome. I hope they do have that blue tint in game. I just feel for some reason it looks really good in them. Of course, he's got his little watch there, which I think is how he's going to activate his ability. And of course, we have the comparisons to like the Division and stuff like that. But obviously, I don't think he's a Division agent. But certainly quite cool. And of course, we get to see his pistol there too, which seems to be your standard kind of pistol. I'm so excited to find out what his primaries are, because with the Attacker we have been able to figure out two of her weapons so far. So she seems to have a suppressed Desert Eagle, and she seems to be using the 612 shotgun SD variant, which is the one Legion uses. Now the great thing about that shotgun is that usually when you get an SD'd version of something in Rainbow Six Siege, it usually does less damage. But way back in when these guys actually came out, Rogue 9 tested both of those shotguns and found out that the SD and non-SD variants actually do the same amount of damage. So it doesn't get a penalty from actually being suppressed. Now the thing is, of course, that means it's a gun that's coming from another operator in the game, which we have seen before, but not usually between different countries and between attacker and defenders. So it is quite interesting that that shotgun is now going to be on this attacking operator. Now I would say I have no interest in probably using that gun as the weapon of choice with this operator. I think more than likely I would pick in her assault rifle, which I'm going to guess she's going to have some sort of assault rifle, and curious to find out what that will be. Now I just want to quickly jump back to the only in-game image we have of her, which is this thumbnail image. Now I want to go over this because obviously the location she is brand new. It's not part of any of the maps we currently have. My guess is that this map is actually like a reworked freezer in Cafe or something. Like I would guess that it's part of Cafe, but it does look odd. I can't position it in my brain of where it would be in Cafe. Why is there what looks to be rails going into the doorway? It all looks a little bit odd, and certainly it's not somewhere I recognize. So I'm guessing it's part of a reworked Cafe, but it might not be. It could be somewhere new that we just don't know about. Now the other thing is her position. It's very cav, so it's very silent step. Now when I first went over this yesterday in my 6 News roundup, kind of rounding up everything I had, I thought, maybe that's what it is. But then I went back and I was going over the trailer again for this video, and I noticed she does it with the shotgun in the trailer. So does she have silent step ability and the ability to actually have her primary out, which would be insane? Now the reason that Cav doesn't have that is because of course she can interrogate people afterwards, which is of course a huge intel thing if she pulls it off. Whereas this operator doesn't have the ability to interrogate. So could she actually use a primary with silent step? It seems a bit nuts, but in the trailer she's definitely doing it. And we see her in this in-game screenshot doing exactly the same ability as Cav. Of course, it might just be the same animation. Maybe it's a completely different thing. Maybe she's not silent. Maybe she's just invisible to cams and that's it. Now, I've had a lot of comments about the location she's actually in with her trailer. It's this tunnel. Now, we're not getting any more new maps this year. We had our new map and that's it. The rest are going to be reworks. So I really doubt that this is going to be a tunnel underneath Cafe when we get the rework. It just seems unlikely. I also think that even though maybe it could be in Canal, I just think this is more of a nice location for this trailer, something cool. I don't think it actually has any connection to a map location that we'll have in the future. That's my thinking anyway. Of course, people have connected this to the Easter egg of there being a tunnel under construction. It's an Easter egg that actually says that, which we still haven't been able to figure out what that actually means yet. So it could be still connected to that in some way, but I don't think so. Now, another great thing about getting this attacker trailer is because we have been able to figure out some of the weapons and get an idea of how the gadget works, we can start to bust and confirm some of the leaks. And one of them is definitely busted. So the leak you're seeing on screen right now said that the Danish attacker was going to be called Phantom, and it said the American operator was going to be called Rogue. Originally it was Sight. So I don't know if someone actually trolled them, because obviously we have the new operation which is called Phantom Sight, and I find it highly unlikely those two words would make it into a leak, but they did. So I wonder if someone was trolling them. They said that the attacker was going to have the Gallia and a version of Blackbeard's Scar. Now, of course, it could be the case that we do actually see those options on this character as well as the shotgun. Maybe we will. So maybe this could get turned around, but for right now, it doesn't seem like it. And then for the American, they said they're going to have a P90 SD, so a built-in suppressor, you wouldn't be able to take it off, and an MP54 and a KSG-12 shotgun. So, I guess we haven't quite been busted on the American operator yet. But seeing that the operator names are incorrect, even though it does match up with the actual operation name, I'm going to guess that this information is probably incorrect. Now, another leak that we got seems to be confirmed. They said that the new operator's names was going to be Nøkk and Warden, and that's bang on. They gave a description of the abilities. Now, of course, we can't be entirely sure yet. We've only got this teaser trailer to go off, but it's looking like we've got something along that lines, which means probably the Defender as well, his gadget is going to be correct too. But one of the largest takeaways from this leak is the actual mention of a Season 3 operator, where the Defenders will now have a good reason to reinforce hatches on the same floor as them. Now, we think, and basically it's the only conclusion right now, is that means we might have an operator that can actually climb up from floor hatches below and up, maybe be able to rappel up or something like that. So that's definitely interesting, and if the rest of the information is bang on, maybe this is too. The interesting part is that they do mention they didn't actually get to see these operators. They don't have pictures, and for some reason this time around, the Ubisoft developers or these people who normally leak stuff just aren't leaking stuff this time. So we got a lot less information out there, which is cool. There's a lot more mystery, and it's really cool to analyze everything and try and figure it all out from the teaser trailers and all that. So that's really cool, and I love that. I love the being a bit more of a detective rather than knowing it all when we have leaks. So that's really cool. I love it. So yeah, guys, to wrap this up, I expect to see the Defenders trailer on Friday. It would be really nice if it did drop today, but I don't think it will. I would also love to have seen a trailer for the brand new rework of Cafe. We did see that for Hereford. The rework did have a trailer for it, but maybe because Cafe still looks like Cafe, even with the rework, even with the new, change in layout, it still has the same aesthetics, whereas Hereford was a complete rework. It actually looked entirely different. Maybe we're not going to see a trailer for that, which is a pity. I would actually totally love to see a trailer. I'm sure you will see a trailer after the actual reveal. I'm sure they'll hold on to it, but it would have been nice to have been teased with that as well. But yeah, the teasers for this season, my God, we've literally had like 3. So there's been one image and what will probably be 2 trailers eventually. And of course we have seen a few other images, we've seen some icons, we've seen some other stuff, which has been great, but still, it's a lot less than usual. It's much more condensed, and it still seems to be building up a huge amount of hype. I've got a surprising amount of views on, especially the first teaser video I put out. I was amazed at how many views that I got. A lot of people are, excited to see what's happening, and they've been waiting for so freaking long. So yeah, it's been interesting anyway with this new marketing strategy. I think because of Ghost Recon taking up the the normal spot. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.